Hi everyone, welcome to another tutorial. So today we'll be drafting a stylish skirt. So firstly, what we'll be needing is we'll be needing our waist. We need our waist measurements, we need our hip measurements, yes, and we need our skirt length. My waist is 31. I'll be using my own measurement. My waist is 31, my hip is 42, and the skirt length I want is 25. The skirt length I want is 25. So firstly, what are we going to do? This will be our starting point here. So as you can see, I placed two paper. This is the first paper and this is the second paper. So I placed, this will be for the front, while this will be for the back. And here is the zipper allowance. This is the zipper allowance here. So, and this will serve as back for us. So what are we going to do? So our waist divided by 4 give us 7.75. Approximately, let's use 8. We use 8. Our hip, 42 divided by 4, that will be around 10.5. We'll mark it 10.5. So to get above knee, to get to above knee, you can go up by 2 inches to get your above knee. So this is it here. So when you mark it, you can, it all depends on how pencil you want it to be. So you can subtract 2, 1.5 or 1 from your hip measurements. Since we have 10.0 here, so you can try to deduct 1 or 1.5. So if you want to deduct 1, that will be 9.5. And if you want to deduct 1 will be 9.5. Let's deduct 1, so that if you want to mount on a bike or anything, so let's use 9.5. So you mark the same thing here. This is our skirt length. We also had 2-inch allowance to the skirt length. So 9.5, we mark that same 9.5 here. Then we connect. You connect from your waist. And if you want to add that, you can add 1-inch allowance for the dart. But for this style, no need of adding that to it. So we join the marked points together. We join it together like this. And the next thing to do is to add allowance to it. Like, how many allowance do you want? Since it's not a native dress, it's a ready to wear, so you can add 1 or 1.5. I'm adding 1.5 inch to the side allowance, 1.5 inch. So you add 1.5 inch all round, 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch. So then you join. You join. So that is it. Now from this skirt, come down by 1/2 inch. For this, come back by 1/2 inch. Then you join like this. Yes, what I did was that for my waist, this is my waist. For my waist to hip, you measure your waist. It can be 8. It might be depending on how you place, where you place your skirts. So now I'll be cutting out my dart from here, and the band I'll be using is 1.5, since it's already high waist. And don't forget, my waist to hip is 10. my waist to hip to 10, because I do place my skirt here above my belly. So you mark your 1.5 inch, and that would serve as the band. So this will serve as the band. So now the next thing to do is to just cut it out. Cut out our skirt. So you cut it out. You cut together with the back. So this is how to draft our basic skirt. This is how to draft our basic skirt. So these are basic skirts. So, since we placed our skirt on fold, this is it. This is the front and this is back. So what next to do is we're going to trace out the hip on the other side. You trace it out. You trace this out. So then you use a pencil to mark it out. To make it bold, we use our pencil. So this is it. So we use our pencil to trace this out. So this is it. Now, firstly, you're going to determine where you want your the style to be. These are center front CB. You can see this margin here will serve as our center front. So from this side, mark from this side, or we can place it here. From this side, measure your dart. So your nipple to nipple, vary by 2, which is 4. Mark 4 from here. And from this, you can add 2 to this. These are center front. Add 2 to the center front like this. But before that, you're going to place a bigger, another paper below to get what we need. And before that, let's try to cut out the band. Let's cut out our band. These are our band. You're going to cut it out. These are band. And mind you, when you're cutting it on paper, it has to be on fold. So we've placed this on another sheet of paper. So there's another sheet of paper down here. So now you can see one side of the skirt is longer than our main skirt. So firstly, you're going to determine how long you want it to be. Is it by 5 inches, or by 5 inches, or by 4 inches? So depending on how long you want it to be. I think 5 inches is okay. By 5 inches is okay. So these are 5 inches. So what next to do? So the next thing to do is from here, from where we mark, we extended, these are center front CF. So we went out by 2 inches. So we got this. Then you're going to mark it down to this extension. This 5 inches we mark down. Don't forget, we placed another paper below our main bodies. The first paper, the first skirt we first drafted. So you mark it like this to meet the extension, that is the one that will be on top of the skirt. So we extended it with 5 inches. This is it. And after that, you make it to meet this, and this one will be, just have to go this side like this. Let me use a free hand to sketch this, to go in like this. So we have something like this. So this is where the eyelets will be. We have eyelets here, another eyelet here, another eyelet here. You can still have one here depending on how you want it. So this is where you're going to tie the eyelets. So you tie the eyelet like this. So this is it. So on our paper, we've almost drafted our paper. So this is our pattern. This is it. This is what we have here. I think I should make use of freehand instead of ruler to make this. It's so straight for my liking. So this end, you can make it to be longer than the main fabric, and you can also make it the same length. I think let's make it to be longer than the main fabric. Since we extended with 5 inch, so place it here again. We extend it with 5 inch. So we'll mark. So we mark. So our pattern is ready. So we can now transfer this on our fabric. But before then, we're going to trace this out like this. Since we've placed a paper down here, so we'll try to use our tracing wheel to trace this out like this. So after tracing, I will try to cut it on fabric, and I will show you what I've done. I'm done with the cutting, and I'm going to go over to the sewing machine to sew it. So this is one piece, this is another piece here, and this is the front. So you're going to go over to our machine and sew. Mind you, this place you're going to use any gum to fold it in to give it a neat finishing. Use hemming gum to fold this in. So you're going to use hemming gum, same thing here, to fold this in to give it a neat finishing. So let's go back to our machine. Welcome back. I've cut out the band and I had interface into the band. So we're going to attach this. I have used hemming gum for neat finishing to hem the edges, and this is it. This is the front part of it. So when you open it, it's going to be like this. This is it how it's going to be. So, and here I'm going to use this eyelet. I'll attach it to this side, like this. The eyelet will be, one will be here, one will be here, one will be here, then another one will be here. So at most 3 or 4 in one side. So this is it. So yeah, the eyelet I'm using has this for closing it. So this is how it's going to be, and then you're going to use a rope to tie it. So our skirt is done already. So let me go over to the machine and join the band and fix the eyelet too. So I'll be showing you this last part. I've made these few ones, so this is the last one I want to do, and I think I should do it with the camera. So I have to knot it like this, then I'll insert this here. I'm using a big one, you can use a smaller one, and we have this other one we use for this hand on. If you have that one, you have to go for a smaller one, but because I have this big one, so that's why I'm going for this big eyelet. So after fixing, you place it like this, then you press. Make sure you press it with your energy, your strength, for it to key set. So I'll have to go and wear this for a manicure. Now this is the final look of the skirt. Our skirt is ready. You can see. So you're going to look for a black rope to tie the eyelet. And this is it. So our beautiful skirt is ready. So